All right, this is recording 623, 623, 623. Okay, again, I am Christina Stacia from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I live in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm originally from Chandler, Arizona. I grew up in Globe, moved to the Valley in grade school in Arizona, and now I live in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Okay, so and also my website is Christina, Statia 918.com. Okay, so I wanted to make a note of this. The other night when I was here in my room, she was talking in my brain with her people, and she was lying to someone, and she did like a snapshot through my eyes, and I can hear her talking while she's snapshotting through my eyes. So she can see through my eyes, right? And then she can clip pictures. So she clipped my vision, okay? And she was showing someone a part of the map on my wall. I have a world map on my wall in my room. And she was lying about who's who. And then I could just hear her doing that. And then while I was trying to like get it documented, she was trying to control my writing. So, okay, so now moving forward. So I saw on TV that there was an intern killed at the White House. And so I just want to report Gene Roberts also committed that crime. So here's what goes to that. So intern, White House, Monica Lewinsky, Amherst, okay, she's doing a Kentucky move, okay, to conceal all the monkey ciphers I decoded from the 70s forward, and then hiding it yet underneath another victim of hers and taking yet another person's life. So she's doing a whole monkey thing that starts from me from childhood, right? My drunk monkey, and see all of my decode on that. And then moving forward, she does the same thing to Monica Lewinsky, and then she does the same thing to another person. She's also guilty of gunny sacking, we'll put it that way. I think that pretty much sums it up what she's been doing. So gunny sacking from birth. Okay, just like she gunny sacked me from birth. So anyway, so all of that is all in here. So she took that intern's life. Also, Lear. Okay, so the word I picked up on learning Spanish again. So I'm a little bit rusty, doing a little bit better with it. But anyway, so this is on the topic of Gene Roberts doing the World Trade Center attack. You guys know she's the actual person who did the World Trade Center attack. So here's more. So you have Learjet, and then Lear also means read in Spanish. And then that would connect to her using CL Decode. I decoded like 3 or 4 pages on it. Reading makes America great again. So that connects to that. And then here's something else she also pulled. Gene Roberts, I don't know how she gets away with it, but she literally lies to military and people who love the military here in Tulsa. People fall for it here more than what I saw and heard and experienced in Washington, D.C. and Chicago. It's like everybody knows what Gene's up to. Everybody goes to my website. Everybody listens to my recordings. They go listen and then they go find out on their own. So they all know that Gene is guilty. But here in Tulsa, she's got this whole like PR lie team, like I told you, that runs around lying for her and seeking false sympathy for her and parading her around like she's some railroad tied queen or something. And everybody just needs to feel sorry for her. And she committed stolen valor. She is the one who did the World Trade Center attack. And so I have no pity for her. She needs to be arrested. I don't see, like, it makes me angry. And I know it makes me angry. I mean, how many people in the military have committed crimes and went to jail for those crimes, including Oliver North? But yet we have Mrs. Stolen Valor able to get away with doing the World Trade Center attack, able to get away with 60 years of child trafficking and gunny sacking, able to get away with doing the Oklahoma City bombing, able to get away with committing terrorism with her Manson cult everywhere. I have a thing on my website. I'm going, and what? Is it because she's white? Is it because she's in her 70s? Is it because she's female? I mean, why are people feeling so sorry for her when they damn know she's guilty? Well, everybody doesn't know she's damn is guilty because of all the gossip and lies that people have spread trying to cover up for her. And the people at the center core of that have been trying to cover up for her are guilty as her. Because there is no reason to cover up for her. Because the military that I talk to is like, hey, if you committed a crime and someone pressed a charge against you, then you don't need me to fight your battles. You go fight your own battles. You're supposed to be military. She's accusing you of committing stolen valor. We witnessed you trying to steal her identity. We witnessed you stalking her, telling lies about her, and you want us to feel sorry for you? She has a right to turn you in. She should turn you in. It's her duty. And they're talking about me. It's her duty to turn you in. You don't need people to fight your battles for you. You fight your battles for yourself. So I'm just going to keep turning her in until I push her into a courtroom. Every time I catch her committing a crime or the more I figure out, I'll let the world know. So anyway, here's something else that she did. Okay, so you know how she killed Stephen Parent, one of the Charles Manson victims. She is the true leader of Charles Manson. She has been since the late 60s. Well, here's something else she pulled. Okay, on top of her barrage of Stevens, you know she's a name collector. Okay, now get this. So my cousin's name is Emily. Okay, she's my favorite cousin. I love her. I just love her. And anyway, her dad's name, which would be my mom's sister, her dad's name is Jeff. Okay. Now, as I reported to you, CIA, she killed my Uncle Jeff on September 11th, 2001. She killed him by using AI to cause a motorcycle accident, and that's how he died. Okay, so that would be Emily's parent that died. Okay, so you have Stephen Parent, Emily Parent, and then I marry Jeff. She arranges my relationship. Jean arranged my relationship. She arranged all of my relationships. I keep the blessings of Mario and Ben. I love them both very much. And they're both still like family to me. I care about them and their families very much. And I keep the blessings of Jeff's family also. But the way that she has been trafficking and selling that girl, knowing that she abused that girl and tried to get everybody to rally behind her, they've got so much power up in the White House. They don't really need me speaking. All they've got to do is listen to these recordings and find out what more Gene Roberts did to their family. So I'm focused on my family, which is Anthony and Michael. Okay, my boys. So anyway, her dad's name is Jeff. So Emily Parent would be Jeff, and then Emily Parent would be Jeff, and then that would connect to Stephen Parent. So you see how she did all that? She's just running a litany of gunny sacking, trafficking, and committing terrorism, and blaming it on her victims, including myself, and blaming it on everybody that starts with them because it's a game to her, when she is the perp, her and her Charles Manson occult. So anyway, I don't know how to put this. I don't want to make my son mad, but he stays so positive. He stays so strong. But she just attacked him. Okay. And she did that by abusing a medical company that he went to. Now, if she did that face to face and told them to do that, or if she used ice on them, either way, that's not good. Because that means you have people, Charles Manson occult, who have not only infiltrated Gene Roberts and her Manson occult, who not only infiltrated the banking systems, the school systems, but medical systems. I mean, you're trusting medical providers with your life. There should be no genes allowed. There should be no immature bitches or any of that. I'm hoping to God that the person was ice raped and they had no idea, and that you guys can go after the person who did the ice raping, but you guys can figure that out. My boys need to be strong and be cognizant and be aware and be safe, as everyone I know, because everywhere I go, the Secret Service and the CIA is around everywhere. They know that Gene Roberts is stalking me. They know that Gene Roberts is trying to steal my identity. They know that Gene Roberts is stalking my roommates. They know she's stalking my coworkers. They know she's trying to work everyone over everywhere. And they pay attention to every crime that I saw that Gene Roberts commits. And see, all that working over and all that her whole libel racket, she's funding the terrorism that she's also committing. And something I don't think people understand, which I've already said in these recordings, but she wants to piss people off. That's her whole objective. She wants people mad. If she was straight up and she was a patriot, do you think she would have hacked me when I initially made reports 3 or 4 years ago? No, she wouldn't have. She hacked me. With the mass of power she's pulled by her PR con liars, that power could have been at the White House, could have been stopping it, and Jean could have been arrested. Jean could have turned herself in. Jean did none of that. Jean is a Benedict Arnold. So until I'm in a witness protection program, my boys are in a witness protection program, and as far as I'm concerned, my house is in the witness protection program. And Gina's arrested, this isn't going to end, because I'm not going to stop making reports against her. She will not stop stalking me. She will not stop stalking everyone I know. And she continues to commit crime. Massive, massive crime. So something else that she did was, remember I was going over Annie? Okay, so Mrs. Flanagan, that also goes to her name, Jean Jernigan Roberts. Jernigan Flanagan. She's literally got it in her name. And also, somebody also pointed out she's got Jerry Sandusky in her name too. You know how she's got Epstein in her name? So she's got, she's like literally has it in her name. She's just like a proud freaking child trafficker and a proud freaking terrorist. I mean, it's in her name. That's not her real name. It's her illegal name that she goes by, but she's a liar. She's using that. If you look her on Facebook, Jean Jernigan Roberts, you'll find her there. But that name, she really goes by that. Like my dad has been always called her that. She lied to him about who she was and who she is. She's a charlatan. She's a fraud. So anyway, so breaking that down, then you would go JERFLA. So all I can see in it more here is more of the same. And this shouldn't shock you, but it's probably going to shock you, but it should shock you because you know the kind of person Jean is. So Flair is in it from Office Space. Jerry Maguire is in it. Show me the money. Now, show me the money goes to her I love me some drum major wine bottle. Okay, so a part of it where I decoded it, she was talking about selling her grandchildren, and I decoded out where she said, throw me something, mister. So show me the money connects to throw me something, mister. So she tore up slang. It's not slang. It's, I'm sorry, my speech is being controlled by Gene Roberts people. That's a famous Louisiana phrase. So she tore that up. And she does stuff so obscene and in such magnitude that you'd go, Gene would never do that. Yes, the fuck she did too. So also, and pick it up on Spanish again, El Baile, B-A-I-L-E, that means dance. So that would also go to the Bali bombings. She did the Bali bombings. And then also to Lano Estanato and Wallace and Ladmo, CL code on all that. Okay, so Lamo and then Llama. Okay, CL code and all that. So L-L-A-M-O, Lamo, it means calling. So that again goes to silent word. So she did that too. Another thing that she did was the phrase, the cliche phrase, chip on my shoulder. She did that too. So she did the World Trade Center attack. She lied to everyone about who she is. She did the World Trade Center attack. And now she's trying to anger and irate the military just as much as she tries to anger and irate all kinds of people. And then they become angry. So then they become a chip on their shoulder. So it's just more anger on top of more anger, which means they're realizing that she's ice raping them, and what can they do? So she used that phrase also. And then obviously, you know what else? You can break down chip on all. I mean, it goes on forever. I mean, what haven't people broke down about that? Okay, so also another thing that she did was in junior high when she assaulted me and she ran one of her rings, her big money maker. Okay, so I told you she traffics children with food, okay? And she's trying to cover that all up by using food to act like she's a hero. No, you're doing the same old damn thing. You think nobody knows you're a perp and you trick people into using food. You just found a bigger way to advertise and to sell. All you're doing is child pimping. That's what you're doing. Okay, so you can see all code around junior high of her committing that crime against me. Okay, so she ice raped me to buy ice cream. Okay, she was trafficking me with ice cream, and you can break down ice cream and then ice cream. You can break it all that down. Okay, so she specifically chose ice cream. Here's what's crazy. This got me going, oh my God. She specifically chose ice cream because to get ice cream out of your mouth, Or to clear the ice cream from your mouth when you're eating ice cream, to wash it away, what do? You drink water. So water is a big part of this. So that leaks the World Trade Center, but it also leaks future terrorism that she has planned. And she was hiding that when she chose to use ice cream to traffic me with as a child. So anyway, present day, I am not affected by any of her food shit. I could give a fucking shit less. That's for people that are either eating up her lie ass shit and letting their freak flag fly with her, or that's people that she's got bamboozled or conned, or they eventually figure out that Jean is a bad person. So they quit doing her crap. But anyway, so the water goes to future terrorism that still is planned unless she's arrested. If nothing has changed, nothing has changed. The good news is that more and more and more and more people are aware. So I was just on doing my Spanish lessons, and she was trying to control. She didn't have much control of the app, thank God, but she was trying to control some of the app. And she got in the app, and then she was trying to communicate using sideways language, where she's enunciating or highlighting syllables. I call it sideways language because if I speak it, okay, let me give you a simple way to do this. Remember that trick where they tell you to hold your tongue, say apple, A-P-P-L-E. Now hold your tongue and say apple. What happens? Okay, that's what I call sideways language. So she will control people directly control their speech, like she does mine. And she does that to anyone, everyone, everywhere. But she also uses sideways language where she controls people's speech to speak certain sentences. And then she enunciates or highlights certain syllables in it. So the person talking doesn't realize that's happening to them, but I've got special hearing. I hear what the actual person is saying, and then I hear what she's saying in the sideways language. Okay. So she was saying that she was busy. She was real snotty. Okay. Like, thank you. She was saying that she was busy writing a book, and then the kind of book that she said she is writing is for her nasty program she's got running. No, you don't. You're running a freaking... You can only imagine what she's doing. So she's bragging about, and she's acting like she's some kind of doctor. And she's writing this nasty book is what she's telling me. And then she's just basically saying like, okay. And then she's like saying she's busy. Like she's so far beyond me. Like I can't make any report against her and she'll get away with it all. But she literally was bragging about doing that in my brain. And then that's all I had for this recording. If I see or hear her committing another crime, I'll continue to make reports.